Alejandro Merino-Madrid, Head of Artificial Intelligence at the International Olympic Committee. Welcome to SportsPro AI.
Thank you so much, Ed. It's a pleasure to be here.
Good to have you. And I would just like to start with the IOC AI agenda. It was announced, I believe, in April 2024.
Correct.
For people that may not have heard of the AI agenda, what is it?
In the IOC, we believe that AI is here to change the world, and we are seeing its effects everywhere. It's in the classroom, it's in the boardroom, it's in the field of play. We believe that either we are driving this change in the Olympic movement, or we will be subject to change from, let's say, external forces that may happen. We believe that it's better for everybody if we create a framework that helps us mitigate the risks and tackle the opportunities that AI brings. Specifically, we have a governance framework that allows us to take every step with a certainty that we are not infringing the law, creating ethical considerations, or having any sort of trouble on that regards. And it also gives us the North Star because we define 5 focus areas. Along these 5 focus areas, we believe we can help the Olympic movement. And whenever we are trying to decide, shall we start a new initiative or not, we check this compass, this North Star to say, yeah, it helps at least 2, at least 3 of these focus areas. Let's do it.
Great. And what are those main focus areas that you just mentioned?
Well, first, athletes, making the life of athletes better, making the competitions safer, cleaner, making just sport better in a very personal way, focusing on the athletes. The second focus area is about democratizing the benefits of AI, or leveling the playing field. We believe that if one technology appears, then it can unite or it can divide. It can divide if only the most powerful, the most favored nations, athletes have access to that and the gap increases. Or what we are trying to do is level the playing field by making sure everybody has access to the benefits of AI in sport. The third focus area has to do with operation of the games and how to make it more efficient and more sustainable. We're trying to plan ahead and monitor our operations for energy management, resource usage, transport, everything that has to do with organizing the games, trying to do it with less resources, more efficiently, with less footprint. The fourth focus area has to do with fan engagement. Everything we're doing here with SportsPro AI. In the Olympic movement, we're also looking at how the fans are receiving what we do. If we can make their fan experience more personalized, each fan can have access to maybe more statistics if they like that, or maybe just follow on the tactics, or maybe they have a favorite athlete. Maybe it's as simple as they want to follow a minority sport in a language of their choice and have automatic highlight generations. All of those ideas have to do with our fourth focus area. And the fifth focus area, it's about internal efficiency, how to be more efficient internally, automatizing processes, unlocking the power of our archives with smart tagging solutions, everything that we can do where AI helps us do what we do better and faster.
Great stuff. And this is the second SportsPro AI event. The technology in terms of use cases and everything attached to it has come on massively over the last year. How do you, as an organization, keep on top of how the technology is evolving and applying it to those focus areas you've just mentioned?
The way we work at the IOC, first, when ChatGPT, Gemini, all the other GPTs appear between 2022 November and 2023 through the year, the IOC decided, okay, is this a real thing? Do we have to react, or is the next small thing that today is big but tomorrow is gone? They decided to invest on it, to create a working group together with technological partners and with commercial partners to investigate how can we jump into that. They decided it was the right thing to do, and they created a team, the AI team, which I'm heading at the IOC. They allocated some budget, they created the resources. With this framework, the right people at the right place with the right leverages to make things happen, then it's just about deciding what to do. For deciding what to do, we will go to our 5 focus areas. That's our compass to say, okay, from all the things we can do, which brings the most value to the society and to the Olympic movement in general.
How do you balance innovation with the tradition and values of the Olympic Games?
That's a fantastic question, Ed. We don't want to choose. So we are very proud of our history, and we are also very looking forward to the future. So we don't want to choose between past or the future. Actually, one initiative we had last year for Paris 2024 was colorizing the archives of Paris 1924. So the fans last year could see in full color high quality videos that were filmed 100 years ago. This is a way of using modern technologies to connect us with our past. We are very proud of our traditions, and we are still looking forward to the future. I believe in other industries or in other organizations, they may have a challenge to decide what AI will change, what not. For us, the 100 meters finals is going to be the best runners of the world, men or women, competing against each other. It's not going to be a machine, it's not going to be an AI. AI has to be around that event, how to make the event better for the fans, how to make the organization better for the athletes, for broadcasters. This is the way we are aspiring to keep our tradition and our essence neat while still focusing on the future.
Yeah. We've spoken a lot about AI's capabilities. What are its biggest limitations for you at the IOC at the moment?
I believe one of the biggest limitations is make sure that the sport played by the elite sportsmen of the world is the same sport as the one that somebody is playing in the neighborhood at their village in their country. If I'm playing soccer with my friends in my neighborhood in Spain when I'm 12 years old, it has to be the same sport that what we see on the Olympic field. The same is for every sport. If technology divides and creates barriers, makes it so expensive, then we're going in the wrong direction. If technology helps more fans understand and helps more potential athletes to jump into the sport because their talent is identified, because they have maybe AI-assisted coach, then technology is helping that this bridge is easy to cover, to go from the low levels of sports practitioners to the elite athletes of the world. And on the other hand, that will be the main problem if we are going in the opposite direction.
Do you think it's very important then to have a human-centric approach when adopting AI? Because I guess the technology is only as good as the person that's using it. Would that be fair, or is it's probably more intricate than that?
No, absolutely. I agree with your statement, Ed. We believe in having a human in the loop. It's in our governance framework. We are not going to put out there a solution that can jeopardize the sport, the athlete, or offend ethically a person by making comments that go against their beliefs. So we believe in human in the loop for everything that is important enough to be reviewed. Important enough can be a live commentary. This is going to be reviewed. A press note from an important person of the International Olympic Committee, this is going to be reviewed. So AI help us to be faster, but there must be a human in the loop. And specifically for us, the sports are about the athletes. So it's not about machines racing each other. Machines are only around helping everybody understand what's happening there, but the human in the loop and the human at the center.
How do you think fans have taken to AI, particularly with things like content and stuff like that? I get the impression that fans are becoming a lot more clued up and going, that was obviously created by AI and stuff like that. I guess the temptation for sports organizations is you want to use the technology, but use in an effective way where you improve efficiencies, but still retain some of that that sort of human creative flair, I suppose. So, do you think fans are? Do you think they're quite accepting of AI now in terms of use for content, perhaps?
Well, I believe you're right that some fans just react and they want to have a human commentator. We're not trying to substitute anybody. We're not trying to raise the ceiling of what is the best commentator. The best commentator is probably going to be human for a while. We're trying to raise the floor. So if some sports are not covered in a language you want to be following these sports, what's your alternative, right? There is no commentator doing that job for you. Then AI can jump in and cover that. And maybe it's AI generated. It's not as good as if your favorite commentator will be doing that. But he's not doing that, right? Or she's not doing that. She's working in another sport or doing that in another language. So specifically for that, I believe the fans are very happy to have a solution where before there was no solution. Wherever it feels like it's competing, well, probably the machines are going to lose, at least for a while.
So if it feels authentic, that's the key thing by the sounds of it. Yeah. We've, a bit more broadly, what are the, I suppose, for want of a better word, the biggest risks if the sports industry gets AI wrong in terms of how to implement it and use it? And what's the IOC doing to ensure that that won't happen for you?
We have strict guidelines on how to deploy AI. We adhere to the European AI Act. The IOC is based in Switzerland, which is not part of the European Union, but the European Union AI Act is the most safeguarding of the acts around artificial intelligence, and that's why we go for the top. We want to stay super safe and respect the personal rights for my face not to be used, for my voice not to be used, for biometrics to be respected. So we are adhering that thanks to a very strict governance procedure. This is on the theory, and in the practical, what we have is everybody understands that what we are doing is not. We're not saving lives here mostly, right? We are just doing entertainment. We are creating fun and content for people who want to watch the best athletes of the world competing against each other and performing and breaking records. So we don't have to cross lines to enable a solution. If it's not safe, we just reject it. And practically, we reject more ideas than we accept. So if we have an idea for a new commentator and it's not good enough, we cannot be sure that it will stay controllable, we just reject it and we play safe.
Well, we're sat here at the London Stadium. It was, of course, the Olympic Stadium when London hosted the Games in 2012. We are less than 3 years from LA 2028, which I imagine will come around very quickly for you. What would you like your AI vision for the IOC to be? What's it going to look like for 2028, and what's it like working with the organisers there on your plans for that?
For those fans of yours that cannot wait, there will be also Milano Cortina, Winter Olympic Games in less than a year. We are going to deploy very interesting, in my opinion, AI solutions there about how to better understand the sport. If you are just home relaxing, but you want to watch the sport in a personalized, more data-centric way, we are going to deploy some of these ideas there. And for LA, we are really going big. So we want them to be the first games where AI has a visual impact. In Paris 2024, there were huge improvements thanks to AI, but they were mostly behind the scenes. So for a fan watching the games home, maybe it didn't look like a lot of AI. And we want to bring AI to the next level that fans actually ask for that. And they say, wow, this is so cool. This is much better than before thanks to this particular solution.
Well, we look forward to seeing it all in action. Alejandro, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Ed.